Okay, hello there everybody. I'm Dennis. Welcome to my channel. And I finally took the major plunge and installed OpenSUSE on the Dell Precision T3620 on an SSD, and it happens to have 64 gigabytes of RAM. Way overkill for what I ever will need. But it's there, so we'll utilize it. But I did make the transition about, I think, probably 10 days or so ago. I can look here in a second and we'll find out when I installed it on this machine. Now, of course, I've been running OpenSUSE for a couple months now on the other machine. And once I got familiar with that, I just went ahead and made the decision to install it on this machine. And I've been very pleased with it so far. I've had no problems, with the exception of the light DM settings not setting. So I bypassed that and I decided on this particular machine to use auto login. So I don't have to worry about it. I don't see it. Anyway, so let's get talking about OpenSUSE. So I'm on my desktop now. Let me bring up a terminal and make it a little bigger here. Maybe. There we go. Let's see. This machine is a 64-bit. Installation date on this machine was April the 18th. January, February, March, April the 18th. And it's April the 30th today. So 12 days, a little over a week. And like I said, that's been a very happy week. I haven't been problems with it. I hadn't been on the computer much in the last 10 days. If you read my post on YouTube, you know that I've been preoccupied and things are going good, so I can get back into my computer now. And I've been really digging it. In fact, I updated this morning OpenSUSE and had absolutely no problem, and it was a ton of updates. And I wish I would have screenshotted it, because before, when you get to have an update and you have the decision to make to install it or not install it, yes or no, right there at that screen, it said a reboot will be required after this update. The reason is it updated the kernel. Right now we're running 6.2.12-1. So that's that. Let me clear this. Let's run NeoFetch. Tell us a little more. It is the Precision Tower 3620. I've been up 42 minutes between getting stuff and doing that reboot and update and all that. It's been longer than that. Just 42 minutes since I rebooted after the update. This is one thing I do need to report here. If I had a Nvidia GTX 720, I believe it is, and OpenSUSE would not boot to that video card. It would give me just a screen, a horizontal screen all the way across the center of the screen. It would give me a horizontal bar across the center of the screen, and it was just multicolored. And that's as far as I could get. It wouldn't even get up to the, the screen you get where it runs through the drivers it's needing and what have you, and you get 3 progress bars. Wouldn't even get that far. So in order to get it installed on this machine, I just pulled that Nvidia card out and installed this ATI Radeon, and it works just great. I've actually seen no performance difference at all. In fact, this may be a better card than the one I had in here. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's see if I got I do have an alias set up for my cat Etsy OS release. This is Tumbleweed 2023-0429, which that means it was updated yesterday. No, that ain't right. That's the version we're running right now, because I just upgraded this morning, or updated. I usually do 2. I refresh and then I update. Refresh does what it says. It does updates the mirrors. Pac-Man SYY. What else could I talk about and keep the video very short? I've got all my programs that I need installed. GNOME Disk, OBS Studio, Kdenlive, Audacity. Audacity, I went ahead and installed it as a flat pack right away, and I haven't had much opportunity to use it yet. but I did open it up immediately and find out if it worked or not, and it does work with audio and all that. So I didn't even bother with zipper install. I just installed the flat pack, Krita, GUVC view, yast, and yast software. That I left that in my favorites. System monitor and system monitoring center. That's pretty nice. I was really surprised when I was able to get this in OpenSUSE. Let's see, under summary, under CPUs here. Let's see, I hadn't even adjusted this yet. Let me see if this is about. This is what I want here, I think. Yep, CPU usage per core. All right, so you can see now we got 18 to 20% of it running, utilizing it. RAM, let me adjust this. I don't really care about the color. That was the wrong thing. I want to see the memory. There we go. All right, so here's your RAM here, and here's the swap. It's just never going to use. My swappiness is down to 10. It's got 64 gigs of RAM. It's never going to use that swap. This disk, let's see, I can't remember. I think it's a 5. I put it on a 500 gig SSD. Yep, 500 gig. Let's see how long it's being used here. There we go. 12 hours and 0 minutes. So that's how many total hours I have on this, on OpenSUSE at this point, including today. So not many. I mean, I've been preoccupied with some other things, and, you know, just the way it goes. But I'm going to get back into it, and OpenSUSE is going to be the thing. And I do want to make an announcement here. My virtual machine utilizations is going to go away, I believe. I have now 2 test machines, a HP SF small form factor desktop, and I also have that ASUS laptop. And so between the 2 of those, I'm going to do all my installations and demonstrations, all that I can, on one of those 2 machines. That's going to render VirtualBox just kind of a test thing. For instance, I do have VirtualBox set up here. I SSH'd from here into this Arch Linux and installed it. So if I need an experiment or something and I'm on this machine and the experiment's on the other machine, I don't have to stop and go over there. I can just bring it up and try it here. So there is a purpose for VirtualBox, but I'm going to start using real hardware all the time. And that's just the way it's going to be. So unless I got something else to say about OpenSUSE or SUSE, not really. It's just a great operating system. It's not for the person who don't really know anything about Linux operating systems. You know, you're going to have to get in there and read a little bit. Hard info, that came in too. If I remember right, this does not recognize system, unknown operating system. I wonder if I run that under with sudo privileges. Let's see, that's called hard info. Uh-oh. It's performing a bunch of tests. All I want to do is open it up with sudo privileges. Oh, crap. Wow. Try that a different way. Let me go back here. Right click, edit application, and get this. This is what I want. Cancel that. Clear this screen. Up arrow. Paste. Now try it. Invalid arguments. Anyway. So apparently, it's OpenSUSE and hard info system profiler and benchmarker don't get along as the best of operating systems. Here we got a bunch of unknowns. Kernel modules, those will be listed. Boots, April the 30th. April the 18th. File systems, all btrfs. Processor, memory. That's good. That's going to do it for this video. And I keep hesitating because I want to say how impressed I am with OpenSUSE. And I don't use a single Linux operating system. A question was posed in the Linux Saloon Live last year, just before the end of the year, which operating system do you use? And there was a couple of people in there that answered all of them. And I have to fall into that category because I actually use on a regular basis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At this point, 8 different Linux operating systems. I'm sorry, gotta correct that. I forgot about the computer behind me. And it's got 2 separate hard drives, 2 operating systems, MX Linux and Debian. There's another one in my bedroom that runs Endeavor OS. So I got pretty much 10 operating systems at any time that I can enjoy and experience. So, but OpenSUSE now, like you see, has made itself into my top 4. And Arch is not on my top 4 here. Arch is on my other machines, and I run Arch religiously. In my workstation here, I use OpenSUSE, Fedora with 38 now, Linux Mint Debian Edition, and then this far right machine has FreeBSD, GhostBSD, and OpenBSD. So some days I feel like a BSD, and some days I don't. Thank you very much for watching. I encourage you to try OpenSUSE, and don't be discouraged. Like I say, and I've heard other people say, it's not a system for very new beginners. But if you're that new beginner and you've got the time to take your time and learn it, you will be amazed at what you can get done on this machine right here or on this OpenSUSE operating system. Peace out, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on another video. Take care, everybody, and be nice to each other. Bye.